And hello there, everyone. Welcome back. I am BogMod. It is still winter. The winter of our... actually, we're pretty content. And, yeah, we're playing more Stardew Valley, enjoying the wonderful season. Let's see, anything tips? Refined quartz, just burn fancy old quartz in a furnace. Hello. Come by the shop, check out the new rods I'm selling. They're the best money can buy, and you can customize them with different kinds of tackle. See you soon, Willie. Actually, I've got that already. The iridium rod. Ah, yes, iridium. It is a definite trope in video games that you know, high-end materials are just regular old stuff you get on Earth, but fancier. Like, what's an example? Oh, in Warcraft, World of Warcraft, at one point you can get cobalt, which is like a blue rocky stuff you can get here on Earth. Yoink. Yoink. And in that game, it's like this super material. It's really not. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I'm just saying. It does not have mythical properties to make you want to turn into a sword. That's all. That's all. Yoink, yoink. Alright, look at that stuff. Those are still growing. You to go. Ooh, a feather. A duck feather. Have I turned one of those in yet? I'm not sure. That might be useful to us. Oh, right, and I've got a sturgeon. Also useful for us. First things first, let's get our mayonnaise going. I'll throw oak resin. Actually, let's see kegs. I could make another pair of kegs. How many kegs do I got going? I've got 9 kegs. 9 kegs. I think I want a little more keggage. So I'll need 2 of you, and 2 of you, all of you, and all of you. There we go. And I'm also going to want a little more, let's get more hops. We'll make more beer. There we go. Hoppity hop. And let's say hello to my kitty. Aw. Actually, the kitty reminds me of a tale. A wonderful story. Now, I am a big fan of the JRPG. But I quite like stories, where, like, there's good emotion, good storytelling at work. So you and you. And the kitty reminds me of a game called Manakemia, which was, if I recall, on the PlayStation 2. Yes. So, you know, it's kind of set in your magical alchemist fantasy school setting, right? Which is, you know, pretty bland, pretty normal. Well, I don't say bland, but pretty typical in a lot of ways. Yoink. Yoink. And, so your character, you're the main character in this, right? He's he's the young child of a famous, missing, presumed dead, alchemist, right? And, you know, you don't really have any friends, and you've just moved to this new school. I know it's you're the journey of you slowly, you know, developing friendships and growing as a person and all that sort of stuff, right? And, you know, it's your typical JRPG, so you're looking at a, you know, 20, 30 hours right? Before you get to the end. And hello. There's my sturgeon. Bam! Sturgeon to the face. And a little tackle. Neat. Okay. And oh, there we are. Perfect. I just need that red cabbage now. Or a pomegranate. Apples. Truffle. Okay. I think we're going to head into the mine now. Now, so near the end of the game, right, you kind of come to some realizations that, that you're not the boy you think you are. That, in fact, you are actually a magical creation of your father. Dun dun dun! Oh yeah, there's spoilers for this, like, 15-year-old game. Hey, everybody. We're just tough. You still fish and forage, keep on. So, yeah. And you were created because your dad was such a talented alchemist, which is kind of like a wizard, really. It's very magical alchemy. That he could not die by normal means. And that he had his... You were created for the express purpose of him being able to kill himself. Okay? And that you indeed killed your father. And you've got magic, cosmic, amazing powers. And some of the events that happened during the game, right, were all just because your will was so much... You willed things to happen. You have, like, the power to make your will reality. Right? It's a lot to lay on to a kid. Right? But I mean, you know... And with this realization, of course, your power starts to get out of control, and you and your friends plumb into the depths of your own mind. Kind of. I mean, your power's gotten out of control, so you, like, created your own little pocket dimension. Right? Where you get to interact with, like, the personification of your magical prowess. And confront yourself, really. In the battle within your own mind and with your own magical construct of your body. That's all very good, you know. Now, if you played the game, you know, depending on how you played the game, right, you know, at the end of it, you know, you fight your enemies, and you fight your way down, and then you fight yourself, and you turn into, like, you know, your power is like an eldritch abomination with too many eyeballs, and, you know, your usual fantasy JRPG end boss type thingamajiggy. Right? But here's the thing, right? So you win, and then you get, you know, everyone leaves. You decide that you don't want the power; it's too much for you, and you know you wish your own power gone, and then you all escape before your mind construct thing collapses, trapping you know, sending you to the abyss type deal, right? It's all very nice. However, there is a bad ending. Ooh, I got a coffee bean. There's a bad ending. If you've not cultivated your friendships enough, right? This is the ending I think is, honestly, it's a whole lot more poignant and emotional. It touches on some things that really you don't see in a lot of games. You defeat yourself, and yourself's like, are you sure you want to do this? If you give up this power, I'll vanish. You'll never get it back. Blah blah blah. And you're like, yes, blah blah blah. And your friend's like, yay, we gotta get out of here before it all collapses. You're like, no, everyone go ahead. I just want a moment to talk to myself before I follow after you. Right? And, you know, they're like, well, alright, but hurry on out. Right? And your character, he decides he's going to stay. That with the impact of what he is, what he did, you know, the things he's done, the killing of his father, the creation of this dungeon which threatened his friends, all that sort of stuff. That he's too much of a terrible, horrible power, you know, to keep living on, right? And he doesn't want to. And now, throughout the game, right, there's these creatures called mana, which are like spirits, right? And that helps empower the alchemists and give them their ability to do their fancy pants alchemy magics, right? Now you've had one, which is your kitty, an adorable little kitty. Right? Who can talk. And he's been your companion for as long as you can remember, right? But here's the thing, right? Your kitty is can't actually talk. It's not a magical cat. It was entirely you. You were the one who gave that cat all of its consciousness, its awareness, let it talk, and be as intelligent as a person, right? And that as your power starts to fade, right? With that goes the power of your cat. And it's... So this is your final friend, the only friend you've ever had. You're the one companion who's really been there with you the entire time, right? And your character is staying behind. He's gonna let the darkness and nothingness take him and just fade away out of existence. And then in your final moments, your cat comes back to you. And he can't talk, right? Because that magic, that you've lost that power. You can't keep him... His abilities are all a product of you. But even though, he's not aware, he's not supernaturally intelligent, he can't talk or anything like that, and this is a weird eldritch space dimension thing that you're trapped in your final moments, your cat comes to share them with you before, it all fades away and you're gone. And you know what? For a game that's meant for, just teenagers, stuff like that, the idea of a person deciding, you know what? No, I've done too much. My power is too great. There's I should not, all these, the trauma of those kinds of realizations about what you did, to choose to just fade away is not something a lot of games would touch on. And then, for your friend, this companion you've had for the entire game, who's talked to you and been your friend and been a person, at the very end, they're not a person anymore. They are just an animal in a very scary place, but they still seem to know that you're sad and you're hurting, and they come to stay with you in your final moments. And when I got that bad, quotation marks, ending, I thought it was by far the more powerful ending of the two. It had impact, it had story. This is a character you've been playing for hours and hours. You've got to see him kind of grow and develop, and at the end, he's sad, and he's very lonely, and he's hurting, and he's decided to, he's had enough, and he's not gonna continue on. He's basically do what his father did, and die. And your one friend, who can't really think like he did and isn't aware of the impact of his actions, is still there for you. It's amazingly, wonderfully touching. I love that. I loved that game. It was so well done. Anyhow, rambling a bit there. Way big old long story. But what is a game that you... Hold on a moment. What's this? BogMod, come stand next to the fire pit. It feels great. Alright. I was hoping you'd come by sometime. Oh. I want to say sorry for mistrusting you at first. Most people don't treat me well, so I've learned to be cautious. Aww. Oh, that's sad. You've been uncommonly nice to me. You're a unique person, and I consider you a good friend. Ah, just after my emotional story. Linus, damn you. Aww. I want to show you something. Come inside. Yes, follow the hobo inside the tent. I don't like these noises. There we go. See this? It's a special kind of fish bait that I make. Ugh. It's top quality stuff. I'd eat it myself. Ugh. Do you have the recipe? It better not be disgusting. Wild bait. Let's see. Bait. Wild bait. A unique recipe from Linus. It appeals to all fish. Okay. Takes... Oh, it is a very... It's an expensive bait. 5 bug meat, 5 slime, 10 fiber. Huh. Alright then. Now, as I was saying, before Linus interrupted my emotional tale, what's a game you've really liked for that sort of thing? You know, where it's, you know, the basic setting is perhaps just your very average, basic, regular game, but it has some powerful, emotional moments, really well done story that captivates your imagination and really gets you invested in what happened and what's going on in the game. By all means, please share. I would love to hear some of your ideas. What were great games to you? Or alternatively, if you don't have any great stories to share, but you'd love to hear me talk about something, make a recommendation. I'm sure I could find something. I could learn something about... If I don't know anything about it, I could learn something about what you'd like me to talk about and talk about it. Last Blackberry. One of those. There we go. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for watching. I will see you soon for more, and who knows, maybe next time I'll have another tale to regale you all with. Talk to you later.